A spectacular performance. Curry from half court. Sometimes, something looks like it's been there a while.
We are here, the 3 Points Podcast, with an emergency episode. I know we have our weekly episodes on the weekends. You may be wondering, why on a Tuesday night? Why at 10 p.m. on a Tuesday night are we sitting here discussing Warrior basketball?
This is our 9/11. Live reactions. Jimmy Butler torn, what is it, ACL?
Yeah. Well,
Can't
Wes said it
sugarcoat it.
himself. He beat me to it. I was gonna do a whole monologue with, maybe we got a big trade in. Maybe Giannis Antetokounmpo Tuesday night. Shams is letting us know the Golden State Warriors have acquired Giannis for Kuminga and some picks. No, it's literally the opposite. It's over. I mean, like it's actually over. Like no matter how you slice or dice it, I really have been trying to play every scenario in my brain like since yesterday night. Like I've been really trying to not be my classic pessimistic self. But well, first and foremost, if you're living under a rock, the Golden State Warriors star, our number two guy, the guy who was the only person on our team who could consistently penetrate to the basket, generate fouls, the only one who could consistently, besides Dre and Steph, in motion, pass the ball around, have some good
Help him.
flow, have good playmaking, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Great
Probably our
defender.
best perimeter defender. Also, on top of all that,
Can you repeat that?
probably our best perimeter defender. On top of all that,
The guy who, when he joined our team last season, when a blockbuster trade, 5-team trade or 3-team trade, um, propelled us. We went on like a 20 something run with him. We were like 25-5 or 25-7. We were easily went through the Rockets. We would have beaten the Timberwolves if he was healthy. Jimmy Butler is out for the rest of the season with a torn ACL. In the game against the his ex team Miami Heat, he landed awkwardly, and the rest is history. I mean, like I was the one who was coping, like, oh, maybe it's a dislocated knee. Like, nope, like it's he's out for the season. He's 37, 36 years old. Um, and I mean, yeah, I guess raw reactions. I guess from the rest of the guys. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what else there is to say for raw reactions. Right? I mean, go ahead.
I mean,
I was just gonna
it's
say,
over.
I was kind of racking my brain around it. Yeah, yeah, it's over. Yeah, yeah. I was just gonna say that I don't know. Yeah, I was trying to think of like, so how do we trade out of this somehow? How do we like somehow rectify this? But like, we were kind of, it was a long shot, anyways. Like, actually, maybe it wasn't super much of a long shot if we got the right trade for Michael Porter Jr., but now is even like it's just impossible. Like there's no way you're replicating the talent of Jimmy Butler somehow in a trade back. Like
The
somehow you
value he was providing to us, it's such a big gap, right?
yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
it's impossible to fill that void. And not only that, his contract is hefty. He's making 50 plus million dollars per year. He's 36. He's gonna be 37 when he comes back. ACL, man, that's the worst injury in sports. I mean, it's literally like the worst possible thing that could have happened, right? And now, I mean, what can you do, right? Like I know Thomas, he has some cope, but before you even do that, I think let's all go around and say what we should do at this point because it's like if you're Dunleavy, what are you doing? So I've been really thinking about it. I'll just start because I'm just kind of talking already. I think, which the Warriors did tonight, by the way, we did play against the Raptors, and shocking, look, shocker, guys. Butler's out. We get our ass cheeks destroyed by the Raptors. Um, you just give Kuminga playing time again, and they did that. That's what the Warriors did. Kuminga scored 20 points tonight. He got like 20 minutes or something like that. So I think that's what you do at this point. I mean, there is no point of trading him away, right? What's the point? For Malik Monk or whatever? For what? For nothing. Like I mean, for literally nothing. We cannot do anything with Malik Monk, Steph, Dre on the roster, right? So you might as well keep our quote unquote young core, which is Kaminga, Pods, Moody. I mean, you might as well, because what else do we have? I mean, what else do you have? Kaminga's market is so low right now. Dunleavy he had a press conference yesterday. he was saying the same thing. Like, there's got to be some value. I mean, like, I agree with that.
He said when you make a demand, there has to be demand, which was like, God damn, but it's true.
Yeah, there is no demand for him, right? So I think at this point, in my opinion, it is genuinely over. I mean, there is nothing you could. This season is over. Now, if you're saying on the optimistic side, okay, Butler rehabs, he recovers from his ACL injury. 37 years old, he comes back. Steph is 38. Draymond's 34. All right, you make the trade for like you do the same scenario. You get MPJ and all that. This season is wraps, but you get a guy like MPJ and we load for the next season. That's a lot of optimism and a lot of hope for something that I don't see very realistic. Now, I don't know. I want to hear your thoughts. I mean, we really haven't even talked. I mean, genuinely, for the fans
Yeah.
at home. Thomas sent the tweet last night. We cried about it on Discord, like with like gifs. Like that was it. Like it's dire. Like he sent the tweet, and I typed okay. I mean, I didn't know what to say. I was like, what? I mean, okay. Anyway, so that is kind of me just rambling. I really want to hear your guys' thoughts as well.
I mean,
Yeah,
if I'm done
honestly,
Levy, oh, okay. I mean, you can tell there's
no,
a lot of opinions about a fly.
save piece, save piece.
If I'm done Levy, I'm calling up the Mavericks and I'm trying to trade for Anthony Davis. I'm going to say, dump Jimmy Butler's salary. You guys want to tank anyways. It's better for you that he's not even going to be out there. We'll attach a first round pick. 80's value is absolutely rock bottom. He's already rehabbing, yet another hand injury. There's reports that the Hawks absolutely refuse to trade for him. There's reports that the Raptors absolutely refuse to trade for him. There's reports that I think the Pacers, which were another, there's talks of them flipping Siakam for him, so absolutely refused. He basically seems to have minimal to no value because of his contract. The Warriors are maybe the one team in the league who might you could make a case actually have a need for him. Despite all of obviously, the injury concerns and the unreliability and the fact that at this age, his shot has kind of declined. He's no longer the offensive player he once was. He does have some limitations now. Clearly, they still could have some use for him. That's my only idea. That's my only cope. I have no idea if that's going to happen. I don't think it will. But if I was done Levy, that's what I'd be doing.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it really is kind of like nauseating in a way to think that like since the 2022 championship, we've been like trying our hardest to find Steph like a second star, and we like by God's grace we somehow got Jimmy Butler as a second star, and like it's so hard to get that number two star. Like that's why it was so hard with Jimmy. Like we were trying for like so many years to get one, and now like the path is just like so murky to get one. Like Anthony Davis is probably like the best case because like even like hypothetically, like Hassan said, if we were able to pull off a Michael Porter Jr. trade, like similar to kind of what we were hoping for prior to the Jimmy Butler injury, getting Michael Porter Jr., that's just not enough. Like that's kind of another one of those lateral moves that we have been making. Jimmy Butler was one of those all-in moves. I think you kind of have to do another one of those all-in moves again for that number two star because that's critical to giving Steph a chance. I still believe Steph. I don't know about you guys. I still think Steph will be playing like at an all-star starter level next year. Like until he proves otherwise, he's still at that level. So I do think you have to give him a chance. Like it is hard. Like I feel like in the past we've kind of blamed the front office for like not taking chances on Siakam or Laurie or whatever, but now I think it is just kind of hard no matter what. Like best case scenario, you get AD. But I do think that that is actually a good. I didn't even think about that. But now the leverage is kind of they are really desperate, and we're also kind of desperate. So I guess it kind of works out for both of us. But yeah,
I was just gonna say the one thing I was gonna say is one of the kind of like NBA channels, or one of the only NBA channels I watch like religiously is a guy named Slightly Biased who's like a Mavs fan, and he had the exact same reaction. He said the first thing that he thought of when he heard about the Jimmy Butler torn his ACL was like, now the Warriors might be interested in AD. So at least in their fan base, there seems to be some interest. There's some mutual interest. We'll see about the front offices.
I mean, to kind of add, I was also seeing some other trades roll around, like Paul George from the Sixers. That's what's been like kind of being thrown around as well. I know it's like so sad, right? I understand. Joel Embiid. I mean, like because the thought behind that would be the Sixers front office is moving on from the Embiid era and they're focused on the VJ Edgecombe, Tyrese Maxey future, right? So in that idea, it is kind of like a contract dump type of situation, right? Where we get Embiid, which I mean, like, sure, in this like again, we're in La La Land right now. In
Exactly,
real
yeah.
land, in real world, it's over, right? But in La La Land, sure, in La La Land, we're talking, yeah, Paul George, Joel Embiid. I mean, if we get really crazy, we called up the Lakers, and I mean LeBron James, right? They're looking at the future, right? Uh, Flipping Luka's the future. LeBron obviously isn't. He's on the way out. So I don't know. You give them a call. Uh, I don't know. You kind of shoot that 2026 cap space. You will swap LeBron for Butler. I don't know. Again, it is like another one like Levine, I guess. Like again, it is all the. I mean, I don't know. Again, you're in
Yeah.
such a terrible spot. You're in genuinely such a terrible spot where it's like even like I don't trust his front office for like a successful rebuild because it's just of our draft picks. Like I mean we've seen it firsthand over the last 5 years. I mean, for all practical purposes, we should be in a position right now where our old guys are heading to the sunset and we should have a core that's ready to pick up. Yet we don't. Besides Moody, who's like even like not to say besides Moody, who has been a productive pick that we were like, yes, super glad we kind of selected it. I mean, Kaminga has been a little bit. I mean, not a little bit, very much so. Pause. I mean, I don't know. Trace, whatever. He's a second round pick. But my point is, we're just in a terrible position. So I don't know. Like Levine, I saw LeBron with the Lakers. The most realistic I do see is the AD situation as well. How long would he come back in with his hand, pinky twist?
I think a month.
Which again, yeah, like
Yeah,
I,
we'll see.
I agree. Like I think I saw some trades like where Clay could somehow come back too. Like you give them basically like I think what
I
we
saw
do is we give we give Kaminga, Will Richard, Jonathan Kaminga, and Butler, and we get Clay, Jaden Hardy, and Davis.
I saw a really good Cope one where it was AD, Clay, and Gafford for Jimmy Butler, Kaminga, and Moody, plus like two first round picks, which is like I don't know. I wouldn't
I mean, at this one, I'd take
like I
it.
wouldn't
Gafford's
freak out, but
tall, good
I would yeah
rebounder. I mean, I would
yeah
take that trade. I mean, the biggest concern for me is like, I mean, just Anthony Davis's injury proneness. Although I will say, like,
yeah
okay, if we
obviously.
were able to get AD, his offensive load would, uh, it would be less. I
He
mean,
wouldn't be the first option. It wouldn't be as bad as because in Dallas it's been really bad because they basically said be our first option. He can't do that at this point in his career. But I mean, again, it's very much Cope, but it's like I would at least tune in for that team. I'll say that, and I think that team could be teams wouldn't want to see that team in the playoff, to be honest.
actually, so I was about to get sold on this, but then I just also realized in this trade scenario, we're giving up Kaminga and all these other guys who we were supposed to technically use for MPJ, who's going to be our third option to propel us to a ring. So now we're basically
Yeah.
saying we're in the same situation that we were when Butler was healthy, probably in a worse situation.
No, but we get Clay,
I mean,
Daniel Gafford.
I think the ceiling with AD is higher than the ceiling with Jimmy. It's just like, can we reach that ceiling? Like, it's just,
Ooh,
is he
we're
getting
Can
talking
can
healthy?
you can
ourselves
you
into
talk
it.
more about that? Because I was gonna say it's the same, if not maybe I would say it's about the same.
I just feel like defensively, like we kind of jump a whole level. Like we have two like top five, top 10 defenders when healthy. Like that's pretty elite. And then like offensively, AD is not really creating for himself. He's not the shooter that he was in 2020. That was like an outlier shooting season, but like he's still like the post player and he has like I don't know, like Thomas said, he's kind of overtasked in Dallas when he's the number one option. But I do think that when he's playing off of someone, like he obviously he's not getting the second best defender because they defend different guys, but I do think like he would be a pretty elite second option, even better than Jimmy in some ways. Like not the same foul drawer that he is, but definitely a better post player, definitely a better rebounder. Like the rebounding contributions that he provides is very elite. Like there's a reason he's just known as a great defender, great rebounder for all these years. So I think there are some ways that he adds in ways that Jimmy doesn't. But they both have their positives, but I just think the ceiling is a little higher.
Yeah, I mean,
Can he be healthy? You know,
but even like okay, even let's say he our ceiling is higher. Would that ceiling be higher than a healthy Jimmy, Steph, Dre,
Michael
MPJ?
Porter Jr. Yeah, no, I don't think
No,
so.
right? And even with that, we were like, hey, it's a good pickup. We would propel ourselves to a deep playoff run. But are we championship contenders locked? No, we didn't believe that. None of us actually believe that. So, man, it's like it's really like choose your
Yeah.
poison at this point. Like,
I mean, and then I guess the last cope would be, well, okay, what if you could swing the AD deal and you did it straight up? You did Jimmy for AD plus the first round pick. So salary dump, a pick. Then you sent Kuminga somewhere else for another guy, a Michael Porter Jr. type guy, a Trey Murphy type guy, a Laurie Marketing type. I mean, I'm just throwing out names, obviously. We've discussed this kind of thing
Giannis
at length.
Antetokounmpo.
Exactly. But and and when we used up all our picks and just said like it's like every like the post Steph era is cooked. Like we're gonna be dog crap for the next decade after Steph is gone, but we're gonna go all in. Am I getting the vibe that like because I know I would be 100% down for that because I literally don't care
I'm
about anything post Steph.
absolutely down for that.
Yeah,
Holy crap. Throw everything, throw every pick in. Because
yeah.
if we could somehow pull that off, I mean, again, in La La
I think
Land,
it's not gonna
somehow
happen. Yeah.
in this 5 minutes, I've convinced myself that this La La Land is real. That does excite me, actually. If somehow we're able to go for the 1-1 swap for AD and Butler, give them picks, great. Then somehow, or we could do like Butler picks, throw in pods, we get in Clay, or I mean the salary would have matched. But you get what my point is, right? Something like that, where we don't lose Kaminga and Massive. Then we trade Kaminga and other picks and other stuff for like that MPJ and stuff. I'm that's good. That's good. That's really good. Now, but the
Or like
only problem is
with both trades, you have to attach picks, and I don't know, we don't have that many picks, do we? Like,
that I
isn't
mean,
there a rule
Thomas,
like
you would
getting
know more
picks
than me
that
on
far
that.
out?
Yeah. I mean,
What's our pick situation?
the idea would be that like there were hints that 80's value was so low that it would only take one first round pick. Now, is that reality? Now the Mavs, in other words, are desperate, etc. Again, remember La La Land. So the idea would be then, well, we'd have two picks left because the Warriors have three tradable picks right now. Would be you have two picks left over to get something done elsewhere. Plus, if you're only sending Jimmy, you still have Kaminga. I mean, hey, you just put up 20. I mean, ooh, maybe this guy. Ooh, I don't know. I mean, who do you? Maybe he's a 30 points per game a guy like in the future. Who knows? Uh, and you have the healed contract. You have Moody, who's like I think on the contract he's on, you could say he's somewhat of an asset, not much of an asset. And you would also theoretically have any other like random guys you want to throw in. Maybe some team has interest in Will Richard, Quentin Post, Guy Santos, whatever. They think they can be a rotation player. Like you would be basically dumping like taking the chest of assets and dumping it on the floor and saying just take whatever you want. Cleaning everything out. So
I think out of all the darkness, this is something I could see with potential light at the end of the tunnel. If we could somehow pull that off. I mean, the problem is, I mean, this is just us in theory talking. I mean, Dunleavy's the whole press conference and all that. It,
back in reality, Shams hints that DeMar DeRozan could be a potential target for the Warriors.
yeah.
Exact, yeah.
I heard that too, which is like, I mean, do we just kill ourselves?
Yeah,
Like,
literally. If you put DeMar DeRozan on this team, I swear to God, I will not
basically,
watch.
you just have like another pods taking terrible middies. Like that would just be bad basketball.
Yeah, I swear to God, I would not watch a DeMar DeRozan Warriors team. To be completely honest, I just wouldn't be watching. But I don't think that's going to happen. But I don't know.
But
We'll
I
honestly,
see.
mean,
like,
on the bright side, the good news about us being a little bit, I guess, trigger shy is the way I would consider our front office a little bit. I don't think we do that. It's just dumb. It just wouldn't make sense at
yeah,
all. I don't know. I don't know, man. I mean, this is all just so raw for the fans at home. Sorry for
Yeah.
being a little bit all over the place.
Wes,
Um,
what were you gonna
yeah.
the
throw
last
in?
thing I was gonna say is like maybe if you don't go on for like a second star, like this is not aiming for contention. Like 80 trade is aiming for contention, but I feel like maybe you could just pull off some trade to like get you some nice role players around Steph, like good quality role players. Nothing like no stars, and then it's just going to be Steph and a bunch of like D'Anthony Melton caliber players around him and Draymond, and then
I mean, you do
like
have the
that's not going
summer
to
then to, you know,
yeah, but that's kind of just yeah, not going to get you to
Yeah,
the
I
top,
don't
but
know. I think this is just all us talking out loud. We have until what, like February 6th. Um, we have a lot to decide. I mean, Dunleavy, the front office, they should not be sleeping for the next 2 weeks.
yeah,
Like,
weight of the world is on their
I mean,
shoulders.
literally. Like, I mean, this is really it. We got 1 year left on Butler, Curry, and Dre's contract. Another thing, okay, this is another thing. Ooh, I forgot. I was thinking, I'm glad I remembered. I was thinking as well. I mean, what if you just blow it up? As in, I mean, we're at the end. It's already been really dire. You just blow this up. Curry, Dre, Butler, everyone's gone, and we're all in for the future. I don't know. Look. First and foremost, it wouldn't happen unless Steph was like, "Yeah, I want to win," which I doubt it. I think he wants to retire a Warrior. But if they were like, "Hey, I mean, I guess whatever," if we cannot pull off this like AD plus someone else type of trade, I mean, I don't know. I mean, again, it really is not, it won't happen. I don't think it'll happen at all. But I mean, in an objective sense, Steph Curry's value is still very high. Draymond Green could still provide value to a team as a defensive player. Butler, obviously, none. I mean, his value is super low right now. But I don't know. I don't know. That's kind of another thing I was thinking. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd prefer that trading for DeRozan, but that's pretty low bar. I mean, I don't. If that happened, I'd be like, all right, it was time. But I also, my heart doesn't. I don't want that to happen. But if it did, I wouldn't. I wouldn't freak out. But I don't think it's going to. So,
what do you guys think is like most likely? Like,
Nothing. I genuinely think
exactly. Yeah,
I think nothing is likely.
I think they're gonna
I
say, oh,
genuinely think it's just, I mean, because yeah, which, but again though, then I think like I feel like something needs to happen, but at the same time, I don't think something will happen. I mean, I
I
just
think
don't know.
I think they'll say like, oh, we're gonna make stuff happen in the summer, but we're gonna stand pat for now, which I think is cope mostly. But I just think, I mean, that's really all there's left, right? Like every option is essentially cope again, unless they're truly willing and they find partners across the league who are willing to go fully all in. But that I think that you have to have like it's like such a carefully constructed scenario where like everything goes their way. All the other teams are willing to do the deals that we need done. The Warriors front office is willing to do the deals that we want done, et cetera, et cetera. Like, yeah,
I mean, I don't think there's much more to talk about for the fans at home. It's just so sad because we were on what, like a 4 game win streak. We
yeah,
the
fling,
we were literally so close. We were like 2 games behind the fifth seed or fourth seed. I mean, man, God forbid I let myself get a little bit of hope. I
yeah,
was
best
starting to feel a
basketball of the
little bit,
season.
bro. Thomas, you said it so perfectly in the last episode. For the world's balance, I have to be pessimistic. I cannot
You
start
got,
believing.
you got him hurt.
I mean, literally, it's my fault. I got excited. I
made a
was
public
excited about the
apology.
Niners. Got our cheeks destroyed. Goddamn Warriors. I was starting to feel a little bit like, ooh, hoo, 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 hoo.
Who was in attendance at that game where at that game last night?
Drake.
Christian McCaffrey.
My God.
He brought the bad juju.
God.
Why would you go? It's like
He had
it's
some of
like
those
you're
like bumps on
drawing
his
like
jacket
enemy
or
fire
something.
to the area. It's like you got to get out of here. You're a high profile target.
I mean, this really is unfortunate, but I mean, it's one of those things where it just seems like it wasn't meant to be, right? And I think this really does summarize our last 2, 3 years. It really does, where it's like
Yeah,
constant pressure, constant stress of something needs to get done, something needs to be done, then something goes wrong. And like something always goes wrong when something starts going right. Butler trade happened, we propelled ourselves. First round, we played well. Boom, he fell, he got injured. It's like it really is tough. Like for Bay Area sports right now, it is really a tough time. The Sharks. I mean, literally, go buy in the Sharks. That's all I can say. Um, yeah, I don't think there's much to say. We kind of did go for a while, but I'm kind of glad we did because I mean, genuinely, we had not talked to each other,
Yeah,
and hopefully, our editor gets this episode out tonight, like a late night episode, because it's a dire situation.
that's what I will
You know,
do.
like a Kenny Beecham thing, like it's, man, it's 1 a.m. Chris Paul just got waived, and it's like, something like that. We're trying to mimic that behavior. So, I think that's it for us. You will see us this weekend.
We'll be reacting to the games. That's gonna be a that's gonna be a thrill.
Yeah, we're gonna see you guys. All right.